Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob and today we are gonna be continuing the Let's Play for Reverse 1999. And today we're obviously gonna be continuing here through the first portion of the collab for Assassin's Creed. And gonna see how the portion for the Ezio story is gonna end. And I'm curious, I'm very curious how they're gonna round up this portion and if there's gonna be any kind of lingering or rather cliffhanger moment of this is how we're getting to the next portion of the story. I'm presuming that Vertin, Apple, and Sonetto are gonna get back to X's lab, and that's where we're gonna leave off because we need to find Regulus still. But we'll see. We'll see. There's a couple of stages left, and speaking of that, according to what you guys told me in the comments of the previous episode, there is only, or rather the story is gonna go only up until stage 12. The last couple of stages, so 13, 14, 15, 16, are only battle stages apparently. Okay, that's fine. Honestly, I was kinda a bit confused and perplexed. Why is it only 12? Why are they not going up to 16? What's the purpose? And then I thought to myself, you know, thinking about how many usual story stages and battle stages including are there in any kind of story for this game, it kind of usually always goes to like 20, 24, 25 maybe, right? So having it here on 12, and I'm gonna guess, we don't know it yet I think, but I'm gonna guess that the Cassandra story is also gonna be 12 then in that case. Kind of makes sense. If you put them together, it's one big story, and having like 24 maybe roughly stages, guessing right now, kind of makes sense, right? But again, according to you guys, it's gonna be a wait. I haven't even looked at when Cassandra's story is gonna be dropping into the game, but thanks for reminding me that that story is only gonna drop on the that's only gonna be dropping on the 28th of this month of August. So there is gonna be a 2-week time of wait until we get there. But I do have plans what to do with the Let's Play, of course. There is a lot of other stuff to do before Cassandra Stories comes along, but I'm excited for it. You guys also told me that on my question of if there's a character story for Ezio here, apparently this Into the Shadows thing is his character story technically. Apparently it's a minigame. I haven't seen it yet, of course, so we're gonna see that probably today. Considering it's a minigame and you're collecting stuff in it from what you guys said about his story, like unraveling it or whatever is gonna be happening in here, I hope you can do it all in one go. If it's gonna be a thing of every day you're gonna get a portion of it, like it's a limited thing you can do per day, I'm gonna record probably one day, obviously today, and then over the next couple of days the stuff is gonna be unlocking. I'm just gonna keep on recording and compile everything into a single episode, but we'll see what happens. I'm just kind of thinking in advance what I'm gonna do with this. But yeah, speaking of the comments, on the previous episode, Meta9987 said, "My theory about Apple, maybe because he is an awakened, only his true form, which is just his awakened consciousness, came through the machine. Once he arrived, he needed to reawaken again and of all the apples in Florence, he happened to awaken in the Apple of Eden." Also, X is out here casually creating the animus. You know, the awakened part actually makes sense to me. Maybe the story is gonna explain that at the end of this part. I don't know. Maybe it won't, because he still looks more like an actual apple than the Apple of Eden. He does have the pattern of the Apple of Eden on him, but the Apple of Eden isn't an actual apple. People just call it's a sphere. But yeah, very funny actually. Very funny idea. Might actually be the case. Who knows? Maybe the shape of the Apple of Eden just took shape as Mr. Apple's actual normal shape because of his nature. But who knows? Who knows? It's kind of like a funny thought if that's the case. And a very big coincidence that he actually awakened inside of a machine again. Would also explain why he was asleep then for a while, right? If you think about it. But yeah, X just casually creating the animus, that made me laugh out loud, because I was thinking that the last time as well. The guy just casually made his ex working for Abstergo. That would be funny. Imagine Abstergo recruiters coming up to X and trying to get him to work for them, and he's just casually looking at them. You guys are interesting. Do you have coffee? He would. He would. Probably, I don't know. I am really curious about the guy. I'm looking forward to seeing X's Anecdote in the future. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. He is he and a couple of others are pretty high on my list, especially him and 37. But we will get to that. But yeah, anyway, Meta, thank you very much for that very funny comment. And very interesting as well. But yeah, on the other topic from what I saw when I was talking about the voice actors stuff that you guys brought up, I saw one of you brought up it again, and it's very funny because apparently all the prominent voice actors for this collab, and that includes Cassandra and Alexios, they are all represented by their actual voice actors from the games. It's just Ezio that got recasted for some reason. I do wonder if Ezio's OG voice actor actually said something on Twitter or somewhere on social media, because people had to tweet at him, right? They had to poke him and ask him why, and if there was a reason. I mean, there was. People are always curious about it. If someone asked him and he actually responded back, do please tell me in the comments if that's the case. Because there was a similar thing very recently over in Arcanists, where they brought in a couple of new live 2D skins for characters, and the voice actors, usually live 2D skins don't really come with new voice lines, not always, but sometimes. And in this case, these skins came with completely new voice lines, but the English voice lines were not recorded for them. I can't remember if they actually got them over time, but when the skins came out, they didn't have them, and I don't think there was ever a reason given as to why. So it's kind of like I'm very curious. Usually voice actors get poked for this kind of stuff. So yeah, do leave me comments if that actually happened and he actually responded back to that. But yeah, anyway, very interesting stuff, and we'll see where this gets us. So let's continue with our event, shall we? So we stopped at 9. Oh yeah, I saw one comment brought up that apparently, and I already thought that based on the performance, that Ezio as a playable unit, his follow-up style is very strong. His poison style apparently is also very strong, but apparently the ultimate the ultimate thing is kind of like meh. You know what? Makes sense. I'm not gonna lie. When I was looking just casually through the thing last time, I was thinking like, okay, follow-up makes sense to me because I do have follow-up stuff. Poison, I don't really have poison teams built, so I can't deal with this. The ultimate thing kind of felt meh. If that's the case, good. Anyway, a deadly dusk. Sadly, this was never about freedom. It was about order. Alright. It's always about order with these games. Alright, we're still here.
I'm so relieved to see you safe and sound, Vertin. We heard the sounds of fighting from below, and Ezio decided to check if any of you were in trouble.
Sorry for worrying you, but Ezio...
He's fine. The sound of fighting has ceased for a while. The dead silence feels ominous. Oh yeah, I also saw it brought up from you guys that the music that is being used here is, I mean, it is the OG music, and probably some of it is also remixed. Again, it's been years for me, so I don't really remember all the music tracks, but hearing them, it's definitely filling me with some nostalgia for this whole thing. Anyway.
I'm certain Mr. Ezio can handle it. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, while it's on my mind, on the previous episode, speaking of the music, one of the music tracks, especially in the scene with Sotheby and when Sotheby and Leonardo are speaking to each other for the first time, there is a track that played in the background, which is, I think it's called Leonardo's Workshop or something. As per usual with YouTube, that portion of the video got a copyright claim on it because some random asshole out there who made up a fake company or whatever, probably is just automatically claiming like a shit ton of music tracks from the game. I am disputing it right now, and if it's gonna be the same shit as it happened with a couple of Arcanists tunes in the past, I'm gonna be waiting for a month and nothing will happen, and I will get the full video cleared completely normally, because the person is definitely not legit. I did my research. It is not a legit claim. That is not the company that owns the tracks for AC music. So they will not do shit. They will wait the 30 days out. But while the dispute is going, no one is getting money from it. So they are screwed. Anyway.
The Templars came prepared today. I'll go handle them. You stay here.
Are you certain? What if it's a trap? I have a bad feeling about this. Maybe we should go to get...
You don't need to worry. I've dealt with the Templars for many years.
You surely did. The assassin flicks his wrist. He could see the cold sheen of the hidden blades flashing in the shadows. He's always ready.
This is just yet another battle the Templars will lose.
Hell yeah.
Besides, you are my friends. I won't let them put you in danger.
The assassin descends these stone steps in bounding leaps. As he moves, he looks up and gives Apple a final reassuring smile.
I promise you, we'll meet again, amigo.
Aww. He's a sweetheart.
He's a selfless man.
Hell yeah.
And exceptionally perceptive. These Templars are indeed well prepared today.
I've seen you guys also say it that the characterization for Ezio is pretty well done here for the collab, and I do agree. I do agree. He really feels like the genuine product here.
I came out of the central nave because Sotheby and Leonardo were knocked unconscious by some kind of sleeping gas.
What?
The priest named Alberto was likely behind it. I've hidden the two of them behind the altar. But there's no telling how long they'll be safe there.
This is bad. We still haven't figured out the trick to opening the secret chamber. Let's hurry, and we can exchange information on the way.
Man, Vertin has some kind of... definitely some kind of body strength in her. Like, dragging Sotheby? Fine. Sotheby is like her size. But dragging Leonardo, who is a grown man? Damn. Step by step, the two climb up the long and narrow stone stairs.
Optical filters. Uccello. Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's all we've managed to uncover so far. What about your side? Any new clues?
Nothing, huh? She instinctively glances over the dim stairway below them.
Nothing substantial. But combining what you mentioned about the fresco and what the father said.
Yes, there's another fresco in the dome, but it was suspended midway by the sponsor, the Arte della Lana. More than a dozen artisans and artists, including Signore Uccello, the chief painter, participated in this project. But none of them received a single florin for their work. Che Dio li benedica.
If I might speculate, I think that the fresco isn't a puzzle or the key to any mystery, but rather a reflection of the experience of the artists themselves as they were painting the cathedral.
The artist's real experience? But how would you explain this surreal-looking stone?
What if it's not a stone in the first place? Perhaps it's that optical filter you proposed.
You mean that Uccello had an optical filter too? Oh, that's smart.
Mm-hmm. Now you're thinking in Assassin's Creed plot.
Even in this era, an optical filter wouldn't be impossible to make. All you need is something that reflects the light properly. For example, a small piece of stained glass. Anyway, we just need to get to the secret chamber to confirm it for ourselves. We're almost there.
Mm-hmm. Now you guys are really thinking in Assassin's Creed plot terms.
When did he...
Oh? Uh-oh. A priest stands in the supposedly empty room, hands behind his back. It looks as if he had been there the whole time.
You seem surprised to see me here, Signore Golden Apple and Signorina Apprentice?
Apprentice?
So you were working with them? Just as I suspected.
You hid your discovery about linear perspective from your friend to avoid being spied on, didn't you? That was wise.
Heavy footsteps come from behind the two outsiders. A group of Templars emerges from the shadows, pouring out like cobwebs in the dim light.
But it seems we weren't clever enough to see through your lies about emptying the cathedral.
I never lied. What a baffling accusation. All I have done is call in my dear friends who had been exposed to the scorching sun, while you were sleeping on the job.
I don't understand. You seem like a respectable man of the cloth. Why would you betray your faith to serve the Templars?
Well, reasons. The priest's face darkens.
Betray? I've been a Templar all along.
Yep.
There was no one to betray.
Yep.
But isn't Leonardo your friend?
Even the closest of friends may keep a secret or two from one another, don't they?
Oh god, when he opens his eyes.
It's not so different from his secret connections with the assassins.
This truly is an era of distrust.
And speaking of our friend Leonardo and that model girl, I admit you hid them quite well.
Uh-oh.
It took our men some time to find them.
Uh-oh. Ignoring the anxious look from the young woman, the priest casually paces in front of the fresco, admiring it as if it were any other painting.
So beautiful. I've always liked the way the line layers peel away. Like buried sins exposed to the light. Layer after layer stripped away. It's a kind of purification.
Oh boy. He turns around and reverently makes a sign of the cross over his chest.
Now, open the chamber if you still care about the safety of your friends.
Let me warn you, Ezio Auditore is on his way here. He will stop at nothing to destroy you, Templars.
The declaration seems to have no effect on the priest.
Ezio, you say? Oh, I'm afraid I must be the one to tell you he's not coming back.
What? What do you mean by that?
He's busy. Alberto steps to the window, looking down at the red-tilled rooftops below.
You will find we are also quite experienced in dealing with assassins.
Yeah?
He will find his eternal rest here in Firenze this day.
Nah. He's gonna be held up a tiny bit. Oh, that was a quick one. He's gonna be held up, decreed. Oh, that's a title. And that's a big stage as well. Nothing else popped up. Oh, yeah, right. This also reminds me. Last time there was a character that was mentioned by the name of Domenico, and I was like kind of familiar, but I couldn't remember who it was. One of you guys brought it up in the comments of the previous episode. Domenico, he was apparently the father of the assassin Renato Auditore, the great-grandfather of Giovanni and Mario Auditore, and the great-great-grandfather of Giovanni's son Ezio. So yeah, family line essentially, if it is that same guy. that was mentioned in here, but I presume it is. Anyway, the Creed. Stay your blade from the flesh of an innocent, hide in plain sight, be one with the crowd. Hell yeah, buddy, let's go. Time to sneak in the shadows. Blood. Some say Florence is a land baptized in glory and blood. So much blood has been spilled here by the Romans and the saints. Oh, ooh. Oh, hi. Yeah. Okay, hold on. So much blood has been spilled here by the Romans and the saints. The... How do you say that? Guelphs? And the Ghibellines? Guelphs and the Ghibellines, the Medici and the Pazzi, and those who fought for freedom. Not really sure about that first name anyway.
Give it up, assassin. The old city is looking for you. You won't get away this time. Our orders are clear. Secure the relics and the golden apple. And one equally important command from the Pope himself. Kill the assassin Ezio Auditore.
Good luck with that.
We will help you open the secret chamber.
Vertin, we can't just... Wait, when did you figure out how to open the secret chamber?
Alberto offers a satisfied clap. She probably did figure it out, but she also might be bluffing.
Bene, bene. It's time you shared your little secret.
Vertin.
Everything will be all right. Now, let's pay attention to the fresco.
Her calm tone is a mask worn over a swirling pool of anxiety.
Can you recall the riddle?
Of course. It's how we got this far. Sub cadenti fulgore, cadentia sanctuaria coniunguntur.
Oh, Italian apple. Ooh, this is a flair. Under the waning glow, the waning sanctuaries unite.
Leonardo proposed that these waning sanctuaries must refer to vanishing points. And by unite, he means the place these vanishing points connect.
So we need to find where they are connected. What does the other half of the sentence mean then? Under the waning glow.
Well, under a specific light.
Could it be that the optical filter, I suppose that's me, must be placed at their intersection at dusk?
I believe so.
Well done, my obedient lambs. You've cracked the puzzle quite nicely.
Well done, my obedient lambs. You know how to play an Assassin's Creed game.
Now what follows is just some tedious work from my side.
Oh. Released from the priest's censer, wisps of fog stretch and encroach, inch by inch within the small enclosed space.
This apple feels light and dizzy. Are we in heaven now?
Not yet. Can I not advance? What is happening? Huh? Oh,
It's
there we
that
go.
sleeping gas again. Hold your breath.
Why is it hanging? Oh, that's why. Come on! Alright then.
Hold my... Huh?
Time seems to have stopped moving. The air is filled with heavy doses of scopolamine and atropine. They alter colors, twist lines, and disregard all physical laws effortlessly.
Ooh. As above, so below.
That's a movie.
As below, so above.
Stolto, do you think I'd give you the chance to buy time for your friends?
The priest's figure tilts and bends in their vision. Only his lips seem to remain in place.
We will bring order to this chaotic world. By straying from order, you invite your own doom. You're bound to fate.
Damn, it's getting so distorted right now. Hey, eagle!
Huh?
There he comes. The sharp, clear cry of an eagle snaps the Timekeeper back to awareness. The priest paces over the stained glass window. At first he looks anxious, but then he appears to relax.
My memory is as poor as ever. It's nearly dusk, and our assassin is most assuredly dead.
Sure. Uh-huh. Oh, hell yeah! Dust-covered stained glass and blood sprayed intertwine into a... Okay, yeah. The priest kneels in the sunset light, staring up at his own death reflected in his killer's eyes. Damn!
Ezio. How?
A faint metallic scent lingers in the air, blood and dust staining the assassin's grayish robe. He arrives just in time.
You claim to bring order, but all you do is seek control.
Oh, that's so cool.
Fortunately, neither the world nor its people will bow so easily.
Requiesta in pace, you asshole. Alright. Boss battle. Father Alberto. Beneath the veneer of pious faith, desire and sin may cloak themselves as virtues. Change the world with poems and paintings, are words of both the pure and the vile. Damn, that is poetic as fuck. Miracles above, sin, blessing. Okay, yep, that is a priest, alright. I mean, sure, you know what, Apple is kinda like boosted right now, so let's do this.
My duty lies with you.
That looks amazing. The silhouette of the priest.
Don't fall for his tricks, Ezio.
The silhouette of the priest, surrounded by angels and flowers and shit. I wonder if he's gonna change in when this hits like middle phase.
This world is fallen to sin. Only the Templars have the strength to put it in order. We are the instruments of this world's salvation.
Uh-huh. Sure you are.
The moment of silence.
Buff?
Moment
Debuff?
of utterance.
Oh, I can't agree more.
You're about to meet the stars, buddy. I hope you like space.
Fine.
Stars.
Damn. Ow. Alright, Ezio. You need to do stuff as well. Let's see. Take this. And... let's combine it with your attack there. Give you the counter, give you an attack. Sure, give everybody the counter. And Apple can do some stuff as well.
Liberato dal fratello. Non voltarti indietro.
Oh!
Extraction of the rainbow.
You see it coming.
Oh! This guy's almost dead. Oh, he's dead.
Young man.
Jesus Christ! Alright, phase 2.
You never even stood a chance, old man.
Oh, that looks even more cooler now. Now he's in a dark robe.
We have gone so far astray from the light.
Yeah, your true nature is shining through. Pun intended.
Don't let your guard down. He likely still has something up his sleeve.
They are led to destruction by their delusions, brought to catastrophe by their ignorance.
Whoa!
They must perish.
Whoa! Okay, that's cool. That is cool. Sure, let's reapply the counter on you. Let's also see here, what else can we do? Buff the Ezio. Buff the Ezio.
Liberato dalla paura.
Until the torch is lit.
Nice, vitalize.
That was your last chance.
Holy shit.
How could this be?
Holy shit. He's a bit busted, isn't he?
Was this a test, Lord? Forgive me, Father. Lead me to salvation.
Which matters more? Knowledge or strength?
Ezio. Ezio matters more. Alright. That was funny as hell. The few defeat the many in this battle. The priest lies on the ground, his pale, aging face distorted by a rippling pool of blood.
Ezio. Sei un cane bastardo e fastidioso.
You pestering bastard dog. Wow.
Un assassino non perde mai di vista il suo bersaglio.
How did you survive?
Is Ezio?
You're outnumbered, assassin. There's no way you can survive this. It's better that you kneel and accept your fate. No one can withstand the order.
The doors and windows on the street have all been tightly shut. The bustle on the street has disappeared. Even the wind falls silent, anticipating the worst. Okay, I mean, I know probably how he survived this. This is taking place during the timeline of the second game, so certain things should happen.
Outnumbered? Where did you get that idea?
There is a reason why the second game is called Brotherhood. Shadows emerge from behind him, flanking him on either side. Yes. Yes.
Where did they...
Uh-huh. Leaping down from rooftops, sneaking in from the alleys, the phantoms swiftly gather behind Ezio. The wordless determination in their eyes speaks for them. We work in the dark to serve the light. We are assassins.
All those lowlifes you so readily dismissed. When I needed them, they came to our aid.
Obviously not to spoil for people who are still gonna be playing through the second game in the Ezio trilogy, but a big gameplay mechanic of Brotherhood is essentially recruiting people into the Brotherhood of Assassins.
Impossible.
One knee on the ground, the assassin stares at the priest's trembling eyes, writhing in pain.
By every soldier and summon every knight and every Templar in this city. It will never be enough.
Oh, this music is sending me right now. The assassin's blade is driven through the priest's heart.
No. It can't end like this.
But as it seems like the priest should breathe his last, he begins to laugh.
Assassins. You're merely puppets on a string, driven by delusion. Each life you take brings you one step closer to the darkness.
Così sia.
Entering the darkness is not a curse for us. It is our most solemn duty. An assassin does not fear the darkness any more than an eagle would fear the sky.
La fede dovrebbe dare conforto, non pena.
He closes the fallen priest's eyes with undue reverence.
Requiescat in pace.
Oh, that was a good scene. That was a good scene. That definitely felt like ending an assassination target in the regular game. Alright, what popped up here? Beneath the cathedral. It is only natural for an unknown creature to be kept in the basement of the cathedral. Follow it. Oh, don't move, Mr. Leonardo. There's a nightmare lying on your shoulder. Nightmare? There's a nightmare lying on your shoulder. It's dangerous. Oh, nonsense. I didn't hire a model called Nightmare. I must be mistaken then. That could be an underdeveloped Sukarath. Look, it's greeting me. La Volpe? You two can barely stand. I suggest we wait for the illusion to wear off before we go. Greetings, Mr. Fox. Allow me to introduce you to this Sukarath. Unlike the ones in stories, it's actually very friendly. Look, it won't get mad even if you pull its tail like this. Can't breathe. Are you sure it's not mad? Let's take some more rest. Miss Sotheby, do you mind letting go of Leonardo's mantle? They're still under the influence. That was funny. Sotheby of all people being on some kind of drugs or being high is kind of ironic. All right, Primavera, the brilliance and hope of the Renaissance. Alright, so only this and the next stage are left to round up the story, huh? Alright, well, let's see what's in the chamber, I guess. That's the big objective
thank
here.
Heavens! No more befuddling riddles and clouds of sleeping gas. I've never loved this world as much as I do now. You were quite clever to cooperate with Alberto to stall for time. But how did you know that Ezio was coming to save us?
Vertin turns around, pulls over a hood. I'm an assassino. Do it! I dare you!
I didn't know. But I knew that irritating Alberto would risk the safety of Sotheby and Leonardo.
Oh yeah, I did see... I didn't watch the video. I did see someone's thumbnail for a video. I'm guessing this is from a promotional artwork. If I'm gonna find it, I'm just gonna pop it here on screen for a brief moment. I did see Vertin with like an Assassin's Creed hoodie. It looks amazing. Please, skin for Vertin?
Moreover, I think I may have actually figured out what the relics truly are.
Uh-huh. A small brownish shadow flashes past the window.
That sound is familiar, isn't it?
I'll take a look.
Burp! Another clumsy little bird carrying its creator's encrypted message.
Sicuro. He means he's safe. Looks
Nice.
like my friends from the Thieves Guild have already rescued Leonardo and Signorina Sotheby.
You seem to have a lot of friends. I always thought that assassins worked alone.
Smiling, the assassin shakes his head.
Quite the opposite. True assassins are more than just killers. We are the manifestation of a belief. A belief in freedom, and the ability to fight for it. We do not hold to any authority but our own. We are free to follow our own path, and many share that belief. That's why we are never alone.
Just like the artists that painted these, I imagine they must see each other as fellow believers in art.
For a moment, everyone takes a moment to appreciate the modeled frescoes surrounding them.
So, the outline of their story should be clear now.
One by one, the pages that had been scattered to an unknown corner of history fall neatly together. They should have been carried away by the winds of time, like fallen leaves. But if these pages were ever meant to be rediscovered someday, then yes, now is that moment.
About 20 years ago, a group of painters led by Uccello started working on the fresco here. Even today, you can still sense the enthusiasm in their work.
Oh.
The essence of linear perspective lies not only in reproducing reality, but in the narrative quality of space itself.
Now, this is an appropriate track to have in the background for this.
You have only scratched the surface. If you truly want to grasp the essence of the concept, I suggest you review Plato's theory of forms.
Oh god.
Rather than simply copying nature, as artists, we should strive to reveal their true ideals through our work.
I'm so jealous of them. They are so talented and knowledgeable. Unlike me, I feel dizzy just seeing those guidelines.
Bah! Let me show you some tricks. Better than your linear perspective.
The bird was Uccello. Makes sense. That actually makes sense. The bird in the pictures was Uccello. Okay.
Here, Uccello lifted a stained glass to showcase his wondrous optical phenomenon.
Not again, Uccello! You can't keep altering our work with that strange pigment of yours! What a mess. And it goes against our patron's instructions. What if they find out about it?
Look closely.
The modified colors and lines do give the work a little more life. Fine, I admit it. You know what you're doing.
He's right. I say we keep it. It's not like our patrons are ever smart enough to figure these things out anyway.
It never occurred to me painting could be so liberating.
Huh? Of course. To paint is to find freedom. That is what it always has been.
Whoever the kid is that is whizzing the Uccello bird. Amazing.
It was a time of joy and of meaningful creation, but it didn't last long.
I'm sorry. We must suspend funding for now. There is simply no money to pay you.
All at once, the painters and artisans were kicked out of the cathedral.
Yeah?
Stripped of their right to finish their final painting, leaving no room for negotiation.
No payments and no written records were left behind.
But life had to go on. These painters and artisans scattered each one, doing what they could to earn their bread, but always returning to the unfinished fresco that tugged at their heartstrings.
That night, I returned to the dome, but I never expected to find Uccello there as well. Then the others came, one by one. Turns out, I wasn't the only one reluctant to leave our work behind.
Again, Uccello lifted the stained glass and...
And, yeah?
Their story has come to a pause here. Now, let's finish it.
He lifts Apple gently into the light. It reflects off his golden radiance as the assassin walks toward the unfinished fresco. And it will reveal... a minigame! Tell me what you need. I can see the lines, plain as day. Ezio, could you mark the orthogonals for us? Keep extending them back until they converge once more at the vanishing point where everything disappears. Tap the vanishing point to the same core unfinished information, okay? Whoa! So now we have 4 vanishing points. The next step is to connect the vanishing points in pairs to form two lines. The point where the two lines intersect on the blank wall is under the waning glow. And that's the very answer we've been looking for. Uh-huh. Under the waning glow, huh? I mean, is this simple? Yeah, it's that simple, okay. Ah, so the sole point of convergence. What's our next move? Miss Vertin did say something about placing this apple at the vanishing point, didn't she? That is correct. Well, that was very simple. The vanishing points, hidden beneath layers of lime, plaster, and pigments, finally merge in the waning sunlight. The only thing left to do is lift Apple up and wait for the perfect ray of light. Uh-huh. Oh shit, an actual cutscene. The light, here it comes. Outside, the bells ring out, startling a flock of rock doves. As twilight streams down over the fresco, the once drab surface begins to change color.
Let's leave something behind for our own sake. Birds with greyish feathers, bells that ring at dusk, or the Arno River running free.
Oh,
Let's do it, with all that we have left.
A tree with golden apples?
Brushes and pigments.
So that is what all of this is.
Just a group of artists who cast aside all constraints to finish a masterpiece. No linear perspective, no intricate designs, yet a masterpiece nonetheless. They left behind a magnificent spring for Florence. It was just a hidden big picture. Amazing. Oh, going back and forth? Oh, okay. That was pretty. What is this? The Stalker? The protagonist's adventure is over, marking the beginning of the merchant's search. Search for valuables. The book Merchant's Notebook. Oh, that merchant? Southeast corner of the room. Piles of sand, quicklime mixture, a bit of carbon dust, several nails and punched paintings. Just some leftover materials they didn't use. Worthless to me. East of the room. 2 carving knives, several brushes and a piece of glass. Nothing worth taking. The glass looks like some kind of lens. Dried paint. They didn't seal the paint can with beeswax. What a waste. A dozen letters and several intact paintings. Finally something worth taking. I can make a new manuscript and name it Mystery of the Frescoes or Wonders of Florence. No, I need a more eye-catching title. North of the room. Scaffoldings. Collapsed. Messy carvings. A group of dancing human symbols. Their meaning is unclear. Is this a signature? I bet the scaffoldings were broken by the ones who were fighting. Okay, so that was that merchant kinda ransacking everything, I guess. What is this? Corner of the secret chamber. A dusty letter found inside the chamber. Part of the writing is blurred. Dusted off. An unsent letter. Bianca? I can't read this one. Antrinia? I don't know, let's see. Dear Uccello, it's been too long since we parted. I heard you went back to Partovecchio. Is it still as beautiful as you said it was? I still remember what it looked like in your painting. A sea of olive and fig trees. Those days we spent together were just like a dream. I've always wanted to pick up the brush once again, but my life is already occupied by meaningless housework. They said I didn't have much time left. The next part is blurred, but I came back without letting anyone know. When I left a new signature in the corner, I found that our friends had done the same thing. Lippi, Giovanni. What about you? I'm never sure since you've always been so unpredictable. How are you doing? Hopefully you're still drawing. In fact, I know you are. Bianca. So Uccello and Bianca were a thing, I'm guessing? Okay. At least that's how it seems. Alright, let's see, number 12, A Moment of Peace. I could never think of leaving. Let that song drift away to Tuscany. Alright, so this will round up Ezio's portion, huh?
What happened after that?
Huh? Who are you? Who's this now? Random citizen? Street, Florence.
The treasure hunters must have opened the secret chamber and found the Compliner's relics, right?
Sure.
Well, there was no treasure inside. Just a few letters and a painter's address.
That's it? What about all those symbols? Don't tell me you made it all up.
Easy, allow me to continue. Long after the poor painters and artisans scattered to the wind, each of them received a special pigment from Uccello. They used it on other projects they worked on, leaving their signatures, these symbols behind to mark their work. And so concludes our Firenze fresco mystery. To celebrate this touching story, I've hired a team of talented artists to reproduce their paintings in a new book. And I gave it a wonderful title. La Primavera di Firenze.
The Spring in Florence. The crowd has a chorus of dissatisfaction. Oh, shut up, it's a beautiful story.
Che delusione.
People always just want some kind of bloodshed and treasure and stuff like that. Come on.
È un titolo terribile.
And a lousy title. Shut up. It's beautiful.
I've got something even better here. A map straight from the Spanish court with a direct route to India. Think of the opportunities that await you.
Hidden relics, missing artists. No matter the season, you'll hear all kinds of legends in Florence just minutes after you arrive. Perhaps everyone who has ever lived here is destined to become a legend themselves. In the midst of the bustle, the Tuscan sun has quietly begun to sink below the horizon. Bless you, Leonardo.
I have a serious question. What is there in India that is worth all this fuss? If Marco Polo is to be believed, not even there can one escape the troublesome rumors of merchants and courtiers.
Unfortunately, humanity's thirst for gossip knows neither geographical nor temporal boundaries.
What he said.
But this apple still finds it so strange that all the rumors about these compliners turned out to be false, from top to bottom. Seems like, no matter the era, lies always travel faster than the truth.
Well, I wouldn't say that. In fact, the rumors didn't really hold much weight until you arrived.
Huh?
The assassin gazes out at the distant crimson clouds.
The Compliner's relics weren't the most important thing we were searching for. In fact, we were looking for an apple. One very much like you. So when you turned up, looking like the very apple we had lost, it was only natural for us, and the Templars, to keep an eye on you. Of course, it turns out you weren't the apple we were looking for.
These are not the droids you're looking for. Okay, so he didn't reawaken, probably, like speculated, in the body of the Apple of Eden. He just looks like it.
And you're only telling me this now? I thought we were friends.
It's only because I consider you friends that I had to keep this from you. That apple brings bloodshed and war wherever it appears.
Well, then it does sound like quite the troublesome thing.
The assassin smiles.
You caused quite a stir in Firenze yourself. No need to be modest.
Esatto. You are an amazing apple in your own right. My only regret is that I never got the chance to dissect you and study your inner workings.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Leonardo, please.
I hope you don't mind, but I think you may have to keep that regret forever. Ah! Miss Sotheby, why did you sneak up on me like that?
I did not. I just wanted to tell you that Vertin and I met an old gentleman down there who was kind enough to give us directions. Well, he said if we keep heading northwest along the Arno River, and then,
Did you already forget?
Anyway, we'd end up in Prato Vecchio eventually.
I do believe you may have skipped some, if not all, of the necessary information.
She did. Probably.
Ezio knows the way. All we need to do now is deliver the letter to Signore Uccello. I suppose we must say goodbye to our dear Firenze for now.
No.
Oh, that red is so vibrant, like an endless field of poppies.
Oh, this is a pretty picture. It carries the brilliance and hope of the Renaissance. The red flows across the sky in a rosy stream, passing through the window flower boxes hanging over Florentine streets until it pours into the winding Arno River.
What did I say? This place has the best view.
It is positively gorgeous. I see why you insisted we all come up here together.
A place of beauty like this is a fitting place for farewells.
Before saying goodbye, the soft whispers between friends fade into the coming night's breeze, melding with the golden glow of the setting sun.
By the way, I had a discussion with some of my fellow painters. We discovered that Prato Vecchio is rich in a special mineral. One need only grind and heat it properly. Then presto! You have yourself some invisible pigment.
So that's the source of the pigment used in the fresco?
Uccello was born in Prato Vecchio. It's safe to assume he brought some from his hometown to Florence.
Just a hint of this powder, and you are able to create a vast array of remarkable colors. Among them, the most famous is a color some call Firenze Red.
Firenze Red.
A red that isn't too glaring or gaudy. You see it on the rooftops of the houses, the reflections on the rivers at dusk, and even on the signs of streets' side shops. It's no wonder many praise Florence and its magnificent red.
It's a good name.
It really is. Alright. 1 week later. Countryside, Prato Vecchio. The bumpy journey has finally come to an end.
Finally. That darling little house up ahead must be Mr. Uccello's home.
A small farmhouse stands beneath the thick shade of olive trees ahead, the stone walls glowing white in the afternoon sun. The young lady takes a few excited strides ahead, then pauses. Do your feeties hurt?
I just realized something. When he learns from us that his friend Bianca has been dead for years, he might be very sad.
Oh.
Signore Uccello, if he's even still alive, will be an old man by now. A man of his age grows familiar with death and farewells.
The assassin gently pats Sotheby.
Let's go.
He steps forward, pushing open the vine-covered gate. Are we actually gonna see the guy? Garden. Looks more like a forest, but garden.
Oh, who are you? Where did you pop up from?
Hi, you actually have a very detailed model. Are you his granddaughter? The small courtyard is vibrant with life, and a woman with paint stains covering her dress stands alone in the sunlight.
Apologies for the intrusion, Signora. My name is Ezio Auditore from Firenze. We're here looking for Paolo Uccello.
We have a letter here addressed to him from one of his friends.
Friends? I'm not sure my father would agree he had any friends.
Father, okay.
Is that so? Well, the letter is signed Bianca.
Bianca? You should have said so earlier. Please, put the letter down. It's meant for me.
For you?
The letter mentions a particular piece of stained glass and details of the fresco in the Florence cathedral. We assumed it must have been meant for Mr. Uccello.
The woman looks wistfully in the direction they came, then laughs as if recalling a joyful memory.
It appears I've deceived you as well.
Are you Uccello?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Antonia Uccello, and perhaps the Uccello you friendly strangers are looking for.
Oh, is that why the bird was voiced by a kid? Oh, that's a nice twist. That's a nice twist. Antonia's home.
I see. So Bianca has passed away too.
Her paint-covered hands grip the yellow papers tightly.
That fresco was the last work we did together. Father passed away soon after, leaving behind my sick mother and a pile of debts. I used to follow Father wherever he went, whatever job he took. Sculpture, masonry, painting, frescoes, everything. I learned all I could from him, and after he died, hoped to accept commissions independently. But as a woman, it was almost impossible. But once I left Firenze and began using Father's name to make a living, some of his old patrons were kind enough to keep sending work my way, provided I concealed my true identity.
Oh, so you're the imposter!
Wow. Antonia gives the Vertin artist a glare.
I admit I tried to imitate Father's style in my earlier works, but I'm much more than just an imposter now.
Good call, Leonardo. I know he didn't mean it in a bad way, but I love how he's just direct with stuff always.
No. A painter's mind should be a mirror, capturing and reflecting the truth and beauty of nature. To simply copy the works of another? No, Signora. It seems you still have much to learn.
Huh. Is that what you think? Well, I've heard it all before. Mind's as a mirror. Ridiculous. Let me tell you, a painter's mind should be like a sheet of transparent glass. It refracts and transforms the external world, then reconstructs its image inside the painter's brain, rather than simply copying the natural world around us.
That is a nice way to look at it.
Oh, that is an intriguing theory. Odd, perhaps, but not without merit.
Yep.
You just wait here. I'll show you with one of my recent works.
She springs up and begins rummaging through a nearby stack of sheets.
She seems so full of life.
She reminds me of my sister. Women like her have seen much pain, but they never let it defeat them.
If only her understanding of painting were a bit more profound, I believe we might become good friends.
Sun rays pour through the patterned window, and the light spots dance merrily on the old wooden floor. The pot on the stove gurgles as the fresh scent of herbs fills the room. War, plague, poverty, the loss of loved ones, painful memories of the older generation now linger in the cracks of the walls and beneath the leaves of the trees. Antonia has lived in this quiet refuge for a long time.
Perdonatemi, may I ask, what was your name again?
Antonia has returned, holding a yellowed sketch in her hands. She looks closely at Ezio, studying his face. Oh?
You said you are an auditore, see?
Yes. You know about my family?
I thought so. You look so familiar. I'm sure you know your mother, Maria Auditore, funded my father for a time.
Oh.
Father
yeah, right.
conducted a lot of his research on perspective in lighting. He passed that knowledge on to me.
I see. And you applied that knowledge to your frescoes, huh?
The artist winks playfully.
What goes around comes around, right?
Architects, sponsors, painters, artisans, assassins, outsiders. Our identities may differ, but our actions are all deeply interconnected. This apple has never felt so moved by the warmth and power of community.
I heard a lot about your family from Father. He was always very grateful to you.
Mi dispiace. If Mother hadn't cut your funding, perhaps you wouldn't have had to.
Antonia shakes her head calmly.
Your family helped us more than we could have ever asked for. Your mother once commissioned my father to paint a family portrait. Do you remember?
Family portrait? No, I had no idea.
It was many years ago, and the painting was never finished because of what happened to your family.
She moves slowly, then purposefully toward Ezio and hands him the sketch.
This is the only draft left, but I believe it should be returned to you.
Oh boy.
Consider it a token of thanks for delivering this letter all the way from Firenze.
Are they gonna show it?
Grazie.
Ezio takes the sketch, gently unfolding it in his hands.
This is...
Oh. Of course, he's the most detailed one in this thing, but On the yellowed sketch paper, a roughly drawn portrait captures all the members of the Auditore family.
Padre, Madre, Federico, Claudia, Petruccio.
This draft captures the younger version of you perfectly. I can vouch for that.
The young Ezio in the painting stands off to the side with a casual stance. Without a care in the world, the 17-year-old boy with an errand heart eager to explore and venture without restraints. The rest of the family didn't seem to mind him. They stood against the clear Tuscan sky, their faces glowing with dignified poise.
What a lovely family portrait. Even the weather looks lovely. The painter did a great job capturing a wonderful moment.
Almost imperceptibly, Ezio's hands tremble, overwhelmed by a flood of long-held-back emotions.
One of the sweetest of my life.
Oh. That actually squeezed my heart a tiny bit now. That's bringing back memories. From somewhere or perhaps nowhere, he hears familiar laughter in the distance. As light as the breeze sweeping across the red rooftops, traveling over the river of time, and finally slipping out from the yellowed sketch.
It is a good life we lead, brother. The best. May it never change.
Oh.
And may it never change us.
The brothers talked about something else afterward. Was it about Grappa or the bank? Or was it about the beautiful Christina? The gentle and warm memory scatters with the wind, eventually melting in the afternoon. The young Auditore still remembers how they used to laugh and cry like innocent children. The entire world was... that was too fast. A moment of peace for the Auditore. Aww. That was sweet. And this is where it just ends, huh? That was very sweet. Endless War, well, that is a nice thing to continue on. Hold on, so what were the little bits that I missed? Okay, the one thing that I missed was just the word sunlight, so that's fine. The other one was, the young auditor still remembers how they used to laugh and cry like innocent children. The entire world was waiting for them to explore. Yeah. Man. Ezio's story is just good. It just hits and it feels. Anyway, what is this? A moment of peace. I could never. Oh wait, no. I clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. Jesus. Picnic blanket. There's food on the picnic blanket, yet no one is around. Perhaps the observation record will tell you what happened. Okay. Observation experiment record. According to the observer instruction book, we've met the conditions for terminating the observation. But the picnic is not over yet. Do we have to go? I'm afraid it's not an option. Now, Miss Sotheby, Mr. Apple, I need you to focus. You'll be leaving the stage at any time. Hello, Mr. Apple? He's not responding. Oh no, is he poisoned again? Should I make an antidote? Okay, I'm trying to decipher who is talking here. I'm guessing the first sentence is Vertin, then Sotheby, then back to Vertin, then Sotheby. Okay. Okay, so if that's the next one is Vertin. No need. I think he's just drunk. But X said if an observer entered an observation when unconscious, they might be directly transferred to another observation. I think we'd better wake him up, Miss Sotheby. Oh, no, that's that's word. Whoops. Okay. I think we better wake him up, Miss Sotheby. Mr. Apple? Wake up! We need to... No? Okay, that cuts off. Oh, okay. Oh, is that kind of like explaining how they're gonna end up in in the next one? Okay. Before I check the Into the Shadows portion, let me quickly go through the rest of the battle stages and see if there's anything interesting here. Endless War. Bonus stage. The war goes on and you're not allowed to turn back. Uh-huh. Are we fighting anything interesting in here? It's more Templars. It's more Templars. The next one is the Greedy. Arrows are always greedy. They are made to pierce through flesh and blood. Alright, any interesting enemies here? 2 enemies, more Templars. Alright, and now we have Triumph of the Hounds. They chase and bite as ordered, disregarding the wounds on their bodies. Fighting doggies? Are they dogs? Oh no, more Templars. Alright, and final one, the Elysium. He grants the Shining Grace to whoever he wants. This is gonna be a rematch with the priest, I think. Yep. Alright.
You see it coming.
Up and at it!
Well, he got destroyed.
That weren't even as tough as waking up an old factory man.
You are correct. It wasn't. Got absolutely deleted in phase 2. Once again, Ezio nuked his HP bar. Alright, so that marks the end of the story portion for this thing. Oh yeah, I need to do the archer stuff and stuff like that. Okay, I'm gonna do that later. Okay, before I head into the shadow portion and check what's happening in there. Conclusion. I like this story, but then again, I have a lot of connection back to AC2's trilogy of games. So this pretty much to round up this story. This felt like one single act of the story of the main story of any of the AC games, number 2 games that is. But you took like just that act out of the entire game and presented it here in Reverse as part of the collaboration. if you guys catch what I'm trying to say here. It's kind of like when developers make like a demo for a game, but the demo is like, I don't know, act 3 or 4 out of the 20 acts the game has, just to have something to check out and play with like a slightly higher level character, and you can see a bit of the story out of context, essentially. Kind of like that, right? But overall, I did like the story. It wasn't too crazy anything, but again, it connects back to personal knowledge, and if you know anything about AC2, if you played AC2 and its 2 follow-up games, and, you know Ezio and stuff like that. But overall, the character representation with both Ezio and Leonardo was pretty accurate. Still a tiny bit sad that they didn't get the OG voice actor for him, but this guy did a fantastic job at doing the Ezio thing. I don't know if the voice actor that they got for Ezio here is an actual Italian or not. The Italian did feel definitely a bit more natural, considering that if I remember correctly, the actual voice actor for Ezio is not Italian. Yeah, overall, this is pretty good. This is a pretty good collab story, and it's only part 1, so I'm looking forward to the Cassandra part. But yeah, we'll see that in 2 weeks, essentially. Let's see what's into the shadows. Begin. In Into the Shadows, we will experience Ezio's life as an assassin. Okay, yeah, there are different types. Oh, music. Oh, yes. There are different types of tasks on the map. Complete them to gain florins, which you can spend to renovate your villa and upgrade your assassins. This really is Brotherhood. Okay, so Villa Auditore, San Giovanni Florence, Venice, and San Marco Florence. Okay. So right now, where can I see... Okay, nothing here. Oh shit, there's equipment for Ezio. Oh god, this feels big. Okay. Let's see. Skirmishes, the era's impressions, trace of shadow. Okay, shortcut to the Villa Auditore. Assassin training. You can equip unlocked items here. Items are available in skirmish and traces of shadow. Some characters can switch their keepsakes to gain different skills and stats. Okay, Eagle Feather is critical technique 25% and critical resist 100%. Assassin skill. When you defeat one enemy by assassination, randomly defeat another enemy in the same tile when entering battle AP +1. What's this? No available items. Oh, I see. Oh, you get them with their current skins from the shop. That's funny. That's kind of funny. Okay. So, what am I doing here? Click this. Traces of Shadows JS1. Your environment will be your greatest shield. Use it wisely. Complete a stage to unlock Eternity. Okay, reward 22,000 florins. Okay, well, I don't really have anything else to equip here. That's his skills. That's the Auditore. That's his side tube. Okay. He's level 60, yeah, okay. Defeat the target. Oh, that looks interesting. Dark Knight. Impact. All enemies skip detection this round. Movement? I get to move around? In Traces of Shadow, you will act as an assassin to complete all kinds of tasks. Most of Assassin's actions cost AP. When you run out of AP, tap on End Round to proceed. After that, the enemy round starts. They may spawn new enemies, move, or attack. Okay, the 3 pips, I see. Okay. After the enemy round ends, your round starts again, recovering all Assassin's AP. Enemies start a search when assassins move to their tiles or when they move to assassin's tiles. Assassins become exposed if detected. Enemies attack exposed assassins in the same tile. Okay, exposed with that symbol, stealth if it's just that. Assassins automatically enter the stealth status when in an enemy-free tile or when on a tower. Oh, this is actual artwork from from the game. Actually, is this from the first AC game? I think this is artwork from the first AC game. In this status, they can perform assassinations to kill enemies. Okay. Incident. One incident is triggered at the start of each round, causing a variety of impacts and deciding enemies' movements direction if no assassins are being exposed. Enemies in the station status stay where they are, so hold position, okay. Tap on an assassin, sure. Consume AP to move to an adjacent tile. I see. Assassin can... Pardon? Assassins can perform assassinations when they are not exposed. Okay, and I select what item to use. Can perform assassination when they are not exposed, yeah? Oh, that was Altair. that was artwork from AC1. Alright, next move over here, and then end round. Okay. Okay. Damn, you can go up to 99 rounds. All enemies skip detection this round, Dark Knight. Okay. You can perform air assassination now. Tap on an enemy on the adjacent ground tile. Oh, because I'm on a roof tile? That's sick. Oh yeah, I see. You can perform air assassination now. Tap on... Yeah, okay. Chop, chop. Synchronization success! Complete tasks to gain Florence. Florence can be used to renovate Villa Auditore and other buildings. After upgrading Villa Auditore, other buildings can be renovated. Buildings provide items after being renovated, which can help assassins during their operations. Okay. Doctor and barracks can be renovated and upgraded to 1, okay. Go with that. Alright. Blacksmith. Cathedral can be renovated. All buildings can be updated. Okay, now we have barracks. But I need more money. Unlocks throwing knife. Assassins can carry throwing knife. Deals damage to unarmed enemies from a certain distance. All assassins gain damage bonus 2.5%. And damage taken reduction 2.5%. Okay. Interesting. Doctor. Can carry medicine, recovers HP, all assassins gain damage bonus and damage reduction. Okay, that's pretty neat. Rewards, gimme. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, the music is great, by the way. Oh, there's a story. The Era's Impression, JT7. Uncontrolled database information. Oh, Leonardo da Vinci. The illegitimate son of a notary and a peasant woman, Leonardo da Vinci was raised in Tuscany. At age 14, he was apprenticed to a Florentine painter, Verrocchio, who taught him chemistry, drafting, painting, sculpting, and modeling. When he was 20, Leonardo established his own workshop, and then traveled across Italy, eventually painting his masterpiece, The Last Supper, in 1498, and the Mona Lisa in 1503 to 1507. During his travels, Leonardo studied the world with unquenchable curiosity. He created designs for a helicopter, tank, solar power, and a calculator, among others. Despite this epic list of accomplishments, Leonardo was hounded by his patrons for his chronic procrastination. Pieces frequently took years longer than he anticipated, and many were never finished at all. Comment by Apple: there's no doubt he's a nice friend, but artistic talent always comes with a loose concept of time. This Apple learned that long ago from the captain. Yes. Alright. Fun. Traces of Shadow, family, uphold the family's honor, complete the stage to unlock Miss New Bauble. Okay, so now I have... wait, can I... Okay, Oh, I see. These slots... Oh, these are item slots. Okay, so she is a full-on separate character to use, and she comes with a sword, Bianca's sister. That is a lot of attack bonus, HP, defense. Enemies detection against Eternity plus 50% gains AP plus 3 when entering combat alone. Okay. I still need to use him, huh? Okay, sure. I guess I'm still in tutorial. Yeah. Enemies detection increased by 50% this round. Heightened alert. Exposed. When detected during an enemy search, assassins enter the exposed status, drawing enemies to move towards them. Enemies attack exposed assassins in their round. Enemies start a search when assassins move to their tiles or when they move to assassins' tiles. When there are multiple enemies, each of them starts an independent search. Assassins become exposed if detected. In an enemy round, enemies start... Oh, this is a normal turn-based... Okay. In an enemy round, enemies start a battle involving all the enemies and all the exposed assassins in the same tile if there are any. Okay. What is this? Oh, rounds. When alert enemies, detection plus 20% and more enemies will be spawned from this, okay, post. Oh, didn't select Ezio. This shows the enemy's detection. It decides whether an assassin will be exposed when they enter an enemy tile. Okay, what if I go here? And then here? And then here? What if I sneak around? Are you guys gonna move? Enemies move plus 1 tile this round. Okay. Okay, Ezio is exposed. Exposed assassins cannot perform assassination, but they can still attack enemies head-on. Attacking an enemy starts a battle against all the enemies in the tile. Okay.
Straight to the point.
Yep, this starts a turn-based battle, okay. Well,
wait for the right moment.
They got wrecked. Oh my god. Defeat all enemies? That is neat. Costs 1 AP. Select one assassin in your tile to recover 100% HP for them. Can revive downed allies. Oh, didn't get detected, so... Boop. Now he's detected. Now we have problem. Now we go into combat.
Straight to the point. I like that.
Tap on the assassin mark to open the weapon wheel. Oh, I can do... Wow. Each item has its own number of uses. When the number of uses hits 0, the item will become unavailable. Select an item in the weapon wheel to see its effect, then tap on the confirm button in the middle to use it. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, not now. I don't need it right now. Alright. Sure. That was nice and quick. Synchronization success. I see more story. And I can upgrade more shit. Renovation complete. Building upgrade to level 1. Nice. Okay, so now I can equip throwing knives. Generates 1 special incantation. Can be cast up to 1 time per round. Defeats the target if they are not a boss. Otherwise deals the target's max HP times 24% Genesis damage to the target. Costs 1 AP. Throwing knives. Throws knives at 1 target within 1 tile. Can assassinate most targets. Sure. Can I equip this regardless on everybody? I can. Diera's impression. Who is this for? Okay. It's just like an artery. Pumping blood to the heart of the kingdom. I like this bridge. It feels like a secret tunnel that allows me to sneak away from Mr. Carson. Oh, that was it? Ah, there we go. Ponte Vecchio. This famous bridge spans the Arno at its at its narrowest point. The original version was presumably constructed by the Romans, but the first written record only appears in 996. Two previous incarnations of the bridge were swept away in floods before the present structure was built in 1354. A tower was built at the southeastern corner to defend it. The bridge consists of 3 segmental arches. It has always had shops lining the central passageway, a feature which seems extraordinary now but was common during the Renaissance. In 1549, the Medici family purchased the Palazzo Pitti and rebuilt the bridge. The new design included a secret tunnel through which the Medicis could travel between the Palazzo Pitti and the Palazzo della Signora without being spotted. A comment from Lilia? Secret tunnel? Huh. They'd better pray no one intercepts them in the middle. Not everyone's as merciful as I was. Oh, more dialogue. It's just like a... Oh, never mind, that's the same conversation, okay. There was a shortcut for the dialogue here. Alright. What is this now? A skirmish. Let's try... Oh, I can... Oh, deployable... Oh, I can deploy that. Ah, I see. Okay, well, 3 characters deployed.
Playtime, boys and girls.
Against a single critter. Well, that's totally no overkill, but sure.
Into the darkness.
Into the darkness. What do we have?
Take it easy.
What is your buff? Mass buff grants a shield to all us 2 rounds. Okay, that's nice. What is this? 1 target attack, deal reality damage, plus the caster's reality defense times 80% Genesis damage.
Down.
Interesting. Oh, this is a new one. I didn't even see this one. Okay, what are you now? Leonardo's workshop. Oh, where did that go? Leonardo da Vinci opened his own studio after completing his apprenticeship to Verrocchio, one of the most successful Florentine artists of the day. Between 1476 and 1481, Leonardo probably continued to collaborate with Verrocchio, although no one is quite sure what he was working on. In 1481, he was given his first commission by the monks of San Donate a Scopeto to paint the Adoration of the Magi. In true Da Vinci style, he began the painting but never finished it. Regulus? Hey, I must offend him on this one. Unfinished paintings are more admired than the finished. No, that doesn't apply to the 27 club. You wanna keep on going with that? Okay, I managed to click on this. This has to go into some menu. I need to find this. Doctors. Diagrams of the human body. Good fucking faces. Diagrams of the human body and the printing press influenced Renaissance medicine greatly, which had in turn been influenced by Arabic medicine during the Middle Ages. By the 15th century, science had already begun its slow climb toward becoming more relevant than spiritually in the field of healthcare. However, many people clung to old ways, visiting local mystics instead of doctors. After the plague ravaged Europe in 1350, many doctors dressed in special plague gear to treat patients. To prevent contamination, they wore a cape coated in wax and a primitive gas mask in the shape of a beak. Besmer Jr. Every Besmer knows that history and how it developed into these standard precautions. I didn't wash my hands for no reason. God, Mesmer. Oh, this is where it goes. Okay, landmarks, culture. Ezio? Oh, Leonardo's workshop, that's what was in the top right and then went poof. Okay, there's a lot in this menu. I might... let's do a couple more. I do want to progress this a tiny bit more, but this is a pretty huge mode. So I might either do a separate episode on this or spread it sporadically throughout the next couple of episodes of the Let's Play and cover the rest. We'll see. Let's see first. May the best things never change. Complete the stage to unlock Melania. Alright. Wait, what was Miss Bobble? What did it say? Recommended Miss Bobble. Ah. Okay, I can bring 2 people in, sure. Rooftop search. Assassins on rooftops are immediately exposed. Tower. Towers are located in the middle of 4 tiles. Assassins can climb them at the cost of AP to enter the stealth status, gaining immunity to enemy search. Enemies cannot climb towers. Alright then. Alright, I can move you both individually now. Okay. So if I go here, put you on the tower, you're safe, huh? But you are... Oh my god, I didn't even see up here. Okay. Rip. Okay. Uh-oh. We have friends. Is he gonna get pulled in alone, or is he gonna...
Straight to the point.
Oh, no, they're
like
both
that.
here. Okay. They're both here. Alright. Okay, synchronization success. 2 new things. Let's see. Santa Trinita. Constructed over an existing church in 1258, Santa Trinita, Holy Trinity, is known for its Sassetti Chapel, which is decorated with frescoes of the life of Saint Francis by Domenico Ghirlandaio, a painter most famous for his brief role as one of Michelangelo's teachers. Santa Trinita was the mother church of the Vallombrosan Order of Monks, a very serious group that strictly enforced both poverty and silence for life. 37? I don't think they knew anything about their numbers, but they still remind me of my friends on the island. Aww. Oh, that was kinda sad. Next one. Oh, conversation. Oh, this is gonna lead into something else, probably. Is it just me, or this villa actually smells nostalgic? Nostalgic? What do you mean? Like the smell of a wine cellar? Mr. Carson wouldn't let me go there when we lived in the mansion. Yes, you've got it precisely. It's a smell that feels both sweet and sad. Auditore Palazzo. Completed in 1473, the Palazzo Auditore is notable for its rusticated stonework and Roman pilasters. Giovanni Auditore designed the palazzo himself, based on initial sketches by Leone Battista Alberti. Once built, the palazzo became a fixture of the Santa Maria Novella district. Lorenzo de' Medici mentioned in a letter addressed to Giovanni, dated 1474, that he admired the facade's lack of ostentation. Unli? So cool, so fancy. If I could set a branch here, think about the fortune I'd make. So sick. Oh, these little conversations are great. Okay, more upgrades. Let's get this to level 2. Blacksmith can be renovated. Okay, cool. There we go, blacksmith. Assassins can carry smoke bombs, hides self when being detected. All assassins gain damage bonus. Okay, nice. Oh, blacksmiths. Okay. Every Renaissance community needed a blacksmith. Swords, locks, pans, knives, nails, and armor were all made from metal and all needed to be shaped. In addition, architectural ironwork flourished during the Renaissance as blacksmiths began to apply their practical craft toward making art. A skillful assassin can't do without a skillful blacksmith. Oh, comment from Jay. New friends from Italy? Then I'm gonna let him try the high street gear and the Hawaiian pizza. No? Especially not the latter? Oh no, is he a pineapple on pizza guy? Oh no! Oh no! Oh, yeah, the Italians would kill you for that. Probably not, but you know, you know the meme. Okay, next one, skirmish. How many can I bring in? 4. Well, that is a very pretty dress. What is that, a wedding dress? Jesus Christ. Melania is way more voluptuous than I thought in her original design. What the hell? Is this like an older version or something? Thief. Fox's concealment. Oh, can I switch? Oh, there is more that is locked. Okay. Leech rate, critical damage. Nice. Steals from one enemy within one range. Okay. Oh, let's equip stuff. So she can carry 3 things. You can carry only 1 thing. Same for you. You can carry 4 things. Let me see, how does this work? Throwing knife. Yes. Ah, okay, it gives me a card now. What do you say? Defeats the target if they are not a boss. Sure. Is it gonna work on him? Probably. Should work on him.
Gently.
Pause.
Into the darkness.
Into the darkness.
Wait for the right moment.
Shoot.
Plan A.
Yep.
My
Killed
child,
immediately.
Here's something fun.
Okay, nothing new unlocked. Straight for the next thingy. Traces of shadows. This duty must be perpetuated. Complete a stage to unlock Villa, recommended Melania, and Eternity. Alright, sure. Extra enemies are spawned at enemy spawn points. Okay. Enemy spawn spot. New enemies are spawned from the spawn spots every round. Their number will further increase when the alarm sounds. Oh goody. If an assassin is exposed during an enemy round, the alarm will sound, increasing enemies' detection and causing the spawn spot to spawn more enemies. An active alarm will reset as long as no assassins are exposed in 2 consecutive rounds. Okay. Whoa, this is a big map. Reach the destination location and tap on the assassination mark. Okay, any assassin reaches the designated location. Okay, so... Oh my god, I need to go through all of that. Sure. There we go. Ezio di Torre. That just unlocked. Is that this thing here? Maybe? The Palazzo Vecchio and the execution ground are right next to each other. What millions died that Caesar might be great, isn't it? They are just like Typhon and the Otto Islands. Palazzo della Signoria. Oh, this is straight from in-game. Arnolfo di Cambio designed the Palazzo della Signoria, also known as the Palazzo Vecchio, in 1299 for the rulers of Florence, the Signoria. The Signoria was made up of 9 members, or priori, selected by the city's guilds and a gonfaloniere of justice. Interesting fact: the tower in front is off center because it was incorporated into the palazzo from an earlier structure. Ah. I see, that's okay. Into the structure, it contains 2 small cells, one of which was used to imprison Cosimo de' Medici. Besides, the Piazza della Signoria in front of the Palazzo Vecchio used to be an execution ground. Of course it was. Oh, from a night. An execution ground right next to the center of power. Someone believes some of these who sat on the throne were merely cowards. Alright, but there was also something here. Oh, Ezio di Torre. Oh, this starts to unlock his story. Okay, you know what? Because I want to read his personal thing in full. I'm gonna leave this for another episode and not do it here, but there is more stuff here. And this is new. Hiding spot. Haystacks and rooftop gardens are hiding spots open to assassins in the stealth status. They also provide immunity to enemy search. Stealth kill. When in a hiding spot, assassins can perform hidden assassination against enemies in the same tile, killing them without leaving a body and obtaining their items directly. Alright. Oh boy, defeat the target. Oh, this guy? Well, target dead, time to escape. There we go. And that's the second part to Ezio's story. Cool. 2 down. More to go. Florence Cathedral. One of Italy's largest churches and the largest landmark in Florence, Santa Maria del Fiore is considered by many to be the first masterpiece of Renaissance architecture. Although the church was designed by Norfo di Cambio, Jesus, 1296, the dome was not started until the 15th century. None of the architects at the time had any idea how to construct such an enormous structure, since the use of buttresses was forbidden in Florence and mortar took several days to set. But all was not lost. In an amazing comeback story, Filippo Brunelleschi, an architect who had been defeated in an earlier bid to design the baptistry doors, won the competition to build the dome. He beat out Lorenzo Ghiberti, the same artist he had lost to before. Brunelleschi invented machines to hoist the bricks needed for the dome up to the workers, and was able to construct the entire dome without using centrifuge. From X. Respect to Brunelleschi and his inventions. I think I'm inspired by his story. Since we already have machines that lift things up, why not invent something completely different? For example, a machine that drops things down. Sure, buddy, sure. You have bright ideas. Alright, what do we have this time? Bank! With the advent of double entry bookkeeping, which allowed bankers to keep track of their clients' deposits and withdrawals, and the proliferation of many different types of Italian currency into the pool of circulation, banks became an essential part of everyday Renaissance life. Sotheby. Mr. Carson and Miss Masson said bookkeeping was a must-learn for every lady, but I didn't know it was also a necessary skill for assassins. I guess Mr. Auditore learned it from his sister, who he said was a great accountant. I wish I could meet her in person. Alright, but I think this is where we're gonna end up this episode. I had a feeling I'm not gonna be able to squeeze this entire thing into this part, but okay, this is an interesting little thing. And yeah, I'm gonna refrain from reading the Ezio story for now until I have all of the parts open, so we can go through all of them in one single go in an episode. But I think, considering this is a mode that will take a couple of I don't know, at least 2 hours to beat or something like that, I'll probably split it into the next couple of episodes going forward and include it in like segments of probably like 30 minutes at the end, like a bonus part of an episode. Kind of similar to what I did back when I was playing through, as part of the Let's Play, I was playing through the 3 doors part, where I was including the 3 doors section and the initial somnambulism stuff with like 20-30 minute segments at the end of episodes. I think I'm gonna do this here in the same fashion, because there's a lot to read through here and still a lot to play through here, so it's gonna be easier to deal with. So expect to see this portion of the game mode over the next couple of episodes spread out. So yeah, we're gonna explore that with that. With that also said, I will, with the next episode, probably start on something else, and that something else... Oh yeah, log in. Thank you. Thank you, game. That something else will be this little baby here. Floor it to the Golden City. I will start this in the next episode, and we're gonna go with that, because, again, it's gonna be 2 weeks until we get the story for Cassandra and Assassin's Creed Odyssey into this event. So I'm gonna, use this opportunity to go through this thing slowly, and then have like 30-minute parts at the end of each episode for Ezio's story and Florence, exploration of Florence, as part of episodes, and yeah, it's gonna cover us until we get to it's gonna cover the Let's Play until we get to the second portion of the Assassin's Creed collab, and we can continue from there then. But yeah, in conclusion, the part for Ezio, like I said earlier, was very fun to do, was interesting, felt like a portion of an entire story, like a certain segment of the game. So for me personally, it was fun, but for the Cassandra part, I will not have a clue, at least not for now. So I'm gonna ask it right here at the end. I'm also gonna probably ask it in the written comment that I usually leave on these episodes as well, but I do have a question, considering that I was looking to play something on streams over the weekend, usually. The question is very simple. Would you guys be interested to watch me stream to play through, at least through the main story of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, over like weekend streams and stuff like that? They will be definitely a bit longer streams than what I do for the ArcNet stuff, which is usually like 3, maybe 4 hour stops. For this, considering it's a story playthrough, it's probably gonna be like a 4 to 6 hour stream, starting also earlier than normal. But yeah, would you guys be interested or not? I'm probably gonna post it down in the comments as well, just to see, to have more people react to it. But also probably gonna post a community post on YouTube just to gauge interest into it as well. But yeah, to leave me down below if you would be interested to watch it, because I definitely know that most people have probably not played Assassin's Creed games and stuff like that, especially not well, depends. They are popular. I know that a lot of people play them, but look, I also know that a lot of gacha players don't really delve into the regular games and stuff like that. But anyway, do leave me comments below, tell me if you would be interested or not, and I'll make a community post as well to gauge interest, to see how it would be received. But anyway, thank you very much for listening and watching. Hopefully this episode was entertaining. And yeah, if it was, and if you entertain yourself, please consider leaving a like, it would help out a lot. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you want to support me more directly, memberships are open on the channel. As I always say, no video will be behind a membership, it's purely there for support. And yeah, thank you to all the members already doing so, much appreciated. And I hope you all have a fantastic day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.